have your aluminum tooling plate on here, and 24 inches in diameter, 4-inch hole spacing. And we've talked about that. I have a test piece that we made for just a small fillet weld. I eyeballed the center, so hopefully I eyeballed it in the proper center. But it's got the air lift, just what you're used to. I don't think any surprises there. I've got the tooling arm set in the top position. There's 3 other positions if you need to lower the tooling arm. I understand this does pins to a plate most of the time. So mechanically very similar to the old machines that you're running, except that mechanically there's been some upgrades. The whole gear train rotation drive in the head is a little bit heavier duty than the older versions that you've got down there, but the principle is still the same. So this particular unit has a bent weld-quick air-cooled torch on it. I want to say your older units have a Tweco air-cooled torch. If the Tweco is still preferred, all you need to do is let me know and we can put the Tweco torch on this machine. But other than that, and the control format should be same. This touch screen's on an adjustable swing arm. So there's a home button, and then this is a home position menu. There's a run screen and auto manual mode. You can turn the welder on and off, your gun trigger. Your welder is the XMT 350 MPa that you had us put on, and you can pulse or not pulse with this depending on what you prefer. We've just got it covered up here so we don't scorch up your new machine. I have a 35% weld speed. The 300 I'm going to make is a 365 weld length. I can inch wire, I can purge gas. There's a home button that is going to tell you if you're homed or not. If you're not homed, you just press this button and it's going to home. There's a control setup screen with inch forward and jog forward reverse. Wire feed speed, weld length, all in degrees. You can jog your rotation with a push button, and there's also a location where you can do your setup. You can actually set it to rotate one direction or the other, although it is configured to rotate this direction, which I believe is clockwise right now, and I don't know why you would change that, but it's possible. The home position, there's a flag up in there, and it's a combination of a pulse generator and the position of the switch up there. You can move the torch or actually move the spindle if you need to move your home position. Depends on your preferences, but there's some setup required to get it to where you want it. I don't know of anything else to show you on the screens other than here's like a pre-flow in milliseconds. I'm going to put a little delay time on the rotation, not much. Just a little dwell at the end, again, not much. Post flow, 100 milliseconds. And I'm going to put I'm going to change it. I'm going to put about 5/100 of a second burn back time. I'm going to leave it. And I think if I was running a part at your shop, I would lower that down. Now I don't have a tool to engage it, so I eyeballed this part just for welding. Somebody with a better eye than me eyeballed the first one and got it right, so hopefully I'll do that good. There's nothing holding this part down, so hopefully it'll strike without moving the part. I've got the weld. I'm going to turn it on. I'm going to go to auto mode. And if I hit the start button now, you're going to get a weld. So I'm going to warn my camera guy to cover up a little bit so he doesn't get flashed. And then I'm going to hit the start button here, and hopefully I don't make too big of a mess. Here it goes. Part lifted up a little bit, but that's to be expected because normally if you had a tool in there, you would put a little downward pressure, but it, I think, proves a point. So everything that was listed as options, table, flash curtain, controls mounted on the right-hand side. This was argon CO2 gas. I don't think that matters. And I was using just a mild steel electrode.